Okay. I've finished building the kind of like blank frame of the base. Everything is kind of started. I've got a little bit of detailing in on some of the walls, like down there. But as you can see, there's still a really like a lot to do before I'm ready to call this finished. But the framing, the blank walls, the blank faces are all built in. It's just time to start finalizing it, which is an incredible feeling actually to be even this far. Like, if I really wanted, I could just leave it like it is. But there's not a stable snapshot yet out for the cave update, so I figure I may as well at least finish making this look better, and then we'll call it a day. We'll officially call this base finished. I'm really excited. I've still got a few really cool ideas in mind for things to add in. This looks cool as heck, all cased in. Wow, I almost don't want to do anything to it. Just leave it like it is. I do have plans for the floor down there, of course, but I will be doing detailing in the walls and adding things. We're just we're down to the last kind of the final stretch of things to do. Oh, I guess I have to put grass in here and stuff. But yeah, we got to do. Okay. Hello. I guess I'm just providing an update on the progress of the beautification of this base. Um, it's coming along pretty well. So it starts kind of, in my mind, it starts here. And then it wraps around to this area. We've got this wall all the way around. Then we got all this. We got this. I know we're going super fast, so it's hard to see. This has taken an insane amount of time because this is massive. Like, this is a massive thing. Putting the windows and stuff in definitely helps make it feel smaller, or at least more manageable. It was so much more imposing when it was just a brick wall, basically. But I finally got the structure around that finished. I'm pretty pleased overall with the way it came out. I do have some plans for up here I want to do, but it's very, I'm going to say controversial, and might look like hot trash. So I'm going to go test it out, put it in, see if I hate it or not. And if I do hate it, you're never even going to see it. And if I don't hate it, you'll see it. The thought I had was this kind of like top blackstone thing, and I thought it looked pretty good. But when looking up against the whole building, it looked bad or out of place. It was drawing my eye too much. So similarly to what I did with these like brown stripes with the stripped wood to kind of like feel less, was it monochrome, grayscale? What is grayscale? I can't believe your mom. Anyway, so I added wherever there was polished andesite, I swapped it out for polished blackstone, and I think that does a fair bit. Not all the sides like they're exactly the same. I think probably, is this my favorite one? No, it's this one over here is the one that I think came out the best. Yeah, it's very little of it, but it's enough, I think, to kind of like offset the top. And then I've got those dangling soul lanterns. Oh, I have to get more stairs up here, right? I was in the process of putting little stairs around so it's kind of functional-ish. But yeah, so that's this completed, other than I do have one more thought I'd like to do on this. On the inside, I want to put warped wood, like the blue wood, on the inside of the ceiling as well. And then have, I'm thinking purple stained glass dangling with the odd end rod hanging off of it. And that'll kind of be the final, here it is my plan. So yeah, I put it in and I definitely like it better than the brown. It just kind of looked like dirt from a distance. And then the dangling end rods, oh my god, there's so much dirt. The dangling end rods don't have like a huge thing. They're definitely slightly like pinkish. Excuse me? Zombie? The hell, where did he come from? Okay. Yeah, the very slight, like, was this magenta tinge looks really good in my opinion. There's a lot of mobs in the windows. There shouldn't be any. They should be lit up, unless I missed some. But yeah, so overall I'd say, other than the apparent dark spots I have to get to, this build is complete. I'm really pleased with the way it came out overall.
Let's see a reveal.
What? I already did the reveal for the rest of it. You're just working like some weirdo. Yeah.
You're gonna have to show me later then.
Fine, I'll show you. I'll show the video once again. Oh, hi, Creeper. What the hell? Yeah, so this is kind of what it looks like from the outside on this angle. I think this is my favorite side, actually. Now, why are there so many things here? What have you guys done? There shouldn't be dark spots like this. Oh, you know what? I could totally see there be... Nope, never mind, I've changed it. There's definitely not dark spots right there. I guess on the way up, maybe? I'm really not sure where they came from. Yeah, well, I'll figure it out. Alright, so this is going to prove to be a little bit of a challenge. I've already started making the changes I'm going to do. This is going to be tricky because I have very little room to work building outwards like this, right? Because, you know, one block there and we basically sealed that completely with just decorations. And of course, digging into it, you only got to go like one block in, and this is like the redstone stuff. Like this is machine right there, so I can't really dig into it for depth either. I do have a plan on what we're gonna do to make it work, so don't worry, but it's gonna be real tricky. So right now what I'm doing is I'm kind of like rounding out these corners a bit, and then I'm gonna put cobblestone walls in there, and what that'll do is it'll add us that splash of brown, so it's got that like that thematic kind of thing going on with the brown and the wood. And also it's gonna, like, this is like one of the very few things we can actually make not square. And if I'm correct, I'll be able to also squeeze next to this spot here. We've got these 2 blocks of wiggle room, so I could put something here and then maybe a window here to get into like a little bit of a look to see inside. So there's a couple things we can do, and then basically this part over to, was it here or here, something like that, has got to be completely actually flat. So, but yeah, I've got ideas, and hopefully it'll come out okay. And then on this I'm going to do like a peaked roof, and then I think on that tower as well a peaked roof, and this one will be a ramparted roof. We're very, very, very much over the hump of amounts of things to do though to get this working and get this finished, sorry. And again, I could not be more excited. Yeah, okay, so I think this is what I'm going to go for texturing the wall. So what I did is I shaved in these corners just a smidgen. So this is really the only actual change in height, and then I have these every so often as well. So what that'll do in this section here is it won't close it in. When I put it here and here, it'll still be open and not connected, which is very important to me. And then we got these windows, and then I noticed that, hang on. I noticed that like the backs of the pistons in there were kind of like really okay, and an opportunity I could sneak in some actual depth in the layering. So I've cheesed it a couple times, like having these nice rough borders help. Having the change in textures with the basalt sideways helps, and then these walls as well really help. So with that, I was kind of able to achieve somewhat a look of not flatness on a completely flat backdrop. And I'm leaning towards, I want to see if I can get something along where there's like that one wide every so, like alternating. This bottom area is wrong, but don't worry about it. But like there, you know, there's one more. If I want to get like, I'd like to get some sort of like maybe like spruce trapdoors across it to add a little splash of brown more to it. Some way I can add, ooh, maybe I have an idea actually. I could try polished blackstone buttons, like all the way across might look okay. Let me see what that would kind of end up as. Polished blackstone buttons are there. There we go. All right, hang on just one quick second. So I think that might not look bad at all actually, and add that like final one more splash of a different color. I don't know if black is not a color, but you know. So I go like that. Let's do, we can just go for all of it if we have to actually, so we can get like the full, that's what it'll look like. Okay, I can't do the whole thing because I don't have enough, but that'll give us a good idea of it. Ooh, yeah. No, I like that. I like that. I think. Oh, hey, Emma, what do you think? With the dots or without the dots?
Ooh.
With or without dots?
I like the dots. I think
A different color?
I think every other dots. I think I like
how the dot amount? I think
yeah,
it's good
like
feedback.
I like this dot amount.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, and then yeah, just along the singles.
Oh, okay, but like so as many as there are all the way up.
Yes.
But skipping that, okay. And then do you think I could do? I can do different colors. I could do like a same kind of brown as the wood there.
I like the black.
The black,
I
okay.
like
Okay, thank you for the feedback on that. That's really good. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's I'm gonna go get a little bit more, finish that, and we'll call this wall done. Hooray! Crisis over. And then I just have to do that wall, and then this other side, and then a little bit here. That won't take long because it's very small. And then this will be kind of tricky because it's cramped, but it's all gonna fit in there, no problem. And then we move from there. After we do this wall, I'm gonna tackle this one. And I can do a window here, I know, up here. Lower, I'm almost certain I can't, but we'll figure out what we can do to try and make it look better. We're definitely over the hump. I said this in another clip, I think. We're over the hump. We're kind of onto like the easier. It's only going to be easier than that. That was a huge challenge. This is a small challenge. It's only going to be easier and easier because the walls get smaller and require less kind of broad strokes detail to make them look good. Yeah, no, this is sick. This is really excited. Exciting. Sorry, I'm excited. This is exciting that I'm so close to being done. So I'm kind of like no planning, just free building this this roof. I want it to be a fairly steep, kind of like peaked roof. And I normally with stuff like this, I would 100% plan it. But the way I've just kind of been going with building the last little while is just, you know, seeing what my gut says and building according to that. And it's been pretty good so far. I don't really care much for this interaction right here, but, you know, those buildings are super close together, so, you know, whatever, it's fine. I've got all the walls done around on it. It came out pretty good, I think, actually. And then, you know, we're moving on to, I'd say it only gets easier from here. This might give me a little bit of trick because it's a very non-uniform shaped tower, but I'm not too worried about like symmetry. Like I'd say near symmetry is preferable anyway to perfect symmetry, just because perfect symmetry, you know, once you've seen a small piece of it, you've seen the entire thing. So you want to have some variance, which is why every one of these walls is a little bit different. They all have a very similar theme and like the main window shape is the same, but it's not exactly the same on every single one. Yeah, because near symmetry. It gives you a reason to look at the entire thing instead of just one section kind of thing. But yeah, so I'm going to make this peaked roof. I'm not sure how tall it's going to end up being, but definitely taller than whatever's going on here. Okay, so my overall verdict is good enough. Freehanding it, it kind of feels like it might be a little bit too busy. I tried to tie in some diorite on it to, because, you know, I've got diorite elsewhere in the entire build. And keeping it on theme. It just, I don't know, maybe it feels like, am I what?
Ending your stream.
No, I'm recording a video clip. I'm not ending the stream. Yeah, so my verdict on this is good enough. Oh, hang on, I missed a spot here. That's actually, I definitely want to fill in with something. Hang on, yeah, there you go. It feels a little busy, but to have like a peaked roof, you kind of have to have it be a little bit busy because otherwise it's just, I don't know, in my opinion, a little bit too repetitive. I might put a little bit more planning into this one. Also, it's already circular, so I don't have to like cheese it. Because the problem I had with this is like the starting, oops, excuse me again. The starting posts that we're working with, it's square shaped. And like, I mean, if I follow those on there, it'll also end up being a square shaped. But the overall shape of the tower is more circular. So it'll be a little easier to do a less kind of aggressive peak. I do have one more thing I want to do though to put in this just to kind of like tie it together, I think. And it is to take some sea lanterns. I hope one stack is enough. Because otherwise I'll have to go back down and so I'm going to take these sea lanterns and kind of like go up here. And I don't want to like fill this thing up with sea lanterns, but I want to have it be like, I want to see like a massive sea lantern. Not massive sea lanterns, but a mass of, if you're picking up what I'm laying down here on that. boop, boop. As if it's a beacon of this thing. That's got to be wider. That way. And then more on this side as well. Okay. I'm there so far. Boop, 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 boop. Neato. As if there's like a beacon or something in here, you know, like it's producing light or that. I don't know. I don't think that was you're not even gonna notice it, to be honest. Yes, you 100% do not notice it, but whatever. It's there. It's a feature, I promise. Okay, so I did that wall. Bam! So we've got windows to get up into this kind of gallery, which I'm really excited to kind of decorate. I think I want to bring this that. Jeez Louise, what the hell just happened to me? I think I want to make that go down a couple blocks more. I just don't like how kind of squat it feels. But that's a problem for later. And then, of course, we'll kind of make this inside room actually have a purpose. Over here, I want to have... Yeah, so through here, we can have an entryway to get up into servicing this, because every once in a while I do have to come up and take a peek at what's kind of going on over there. So we'll have something here. This will actually be a functioning room and have things in it instead of just being this gigantic empty hall. And then I can, you know, put a thing over that, and kind of like beautify this. Oh, wow. But probably what I'm most excited about what I achieved with this is this door here lines up pretty perfectly with this. Not exactly, but that's okay. And so now I've got, like, previously if I wanted to go out, I had to do all this zigzagging, and like it's doable, but like look at that. And then I put this tiny balcony right here just to have, you know, something going on with this wall. And you know, it doesn't hurt to have stuff like this. This is kind of neat, I think. But this right here, oh man, this function, I wish I was going to get to play on this world for a lot longer, because that is some sick function. That's a huge quality of life improvement, and I'm not going to get to play with it for very long, because, you know, now that we've got that wall done, that brings us to this kind of whole tower thing, including that, and then I've got to get that face, that wall, and then just this, and then this one solitary tower. Then we move on to interior finishing, which there's not very much to do there, actually, and then it's done. The base will be done very soon. I'm not going to do an hour estimate, like how much is left, but... Oh, and I also want to do like a garden up here, and then I think I'm going to do... I've got an idea for what I want to do along this kind of like green belt, but it's really, really coming along, and I'm very, very excited about it. All right. I don't know. Honestly, I'm so in the moment right now. I finished the exterior of my base. I'll show you the last little bit that I haven't recorded yet, but I did my garden here, and it came out so cute. It came out so nice, and floral and colorful. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add a couple beehives. I'm going to take maybe 3 of those and get them up here somewhere. Get some bees rocking. Oh, no. From where? A scary man. There's places you can spawn? Can they spawn on the wart blocks? Does this count as a spot mobs can spawn on? I'm gonna say it might. Okay, let's address that vulnerability, I guess. Darn, okay. Good thing I didn't find that out the really hard way with like a creeper blast, but ooh, okay. Yeah, I think I want to add some beehives. And then I think I'm pretty happy with the way it came out otherwise. Boop. And this is probably kind of dark there. Okay. Can I climb up this somewhere? No, okay. Flight it is. That's bright enough. It's got the shroom light. Eee! Ooh, I heard you. I heard you. I don't know where you friggin' spawned on. Don't think I don't know, creeper. Okay. Let's bees. So they're in their things. Do I have bee nests with bees in it, do you think? Already? No, not likely. Alright, well let's bee 4 bees. I can replace those later. Now we've got cute little bees in our cute little garden. And I can do cool stuff with them and like maybe put some nah, I'm not gonna do that. It's kind of too crowded there. But I'll put like a bee nest maybe up there. Maybe another one over here on this tree. Like here. Okay, I hear a baby zombie. I do not see. It must be below. Okay, we'll figure that out as we go. Oh, creeper. I see you. I think that's the one that fell, so if I hit him, he'll just die. Yeah, okay, so he's okay. A little bit of that there, and maybe one more. Plop it over onto this fella. That's good. That's good. Okay. So I've already pretty much used all my torches. Of course I have. Yeah, I guess I've got to figure out underneath here there must be. Wait. No. No. Please. Please, no. They could pathfind through. Okay, I guess I have to figure out the lighting thing, because I guess there's still some quantities of angry things spawning up there that I would rather not. Okay, we'll just put that. I thought I had torches in there. That is a big bummer. But yeah, so the rest of the tour of what we've got done. I'm not sure how long it's been since I've recorded a clip, but I've got this kind of visual side done. Let's just do a whole fly around of the castle. Yeah. Beautiful. Hang on, let's get a little bit higher maybe. I think you've seen all this section a million times. But yeah, I'd say this is exterior done. There's nothing really else that I'd like to do. I don't think. I'm pretty pleased overall with the way it's come out. So now there's a little bit of interior work I'd like to do, and then we can call this base finished, which is a feeling of euphoria I'm actually still processing. I cannot believe I finally got this awesome base pretty well finished. Okay. I've yeah, hang on, give me a second here. Let's peel back our render distance just a little bit. See if we can't get these shaders to treat me just a little bit nicer. What are we pulling now? Oh my god. Yeah, the extreme shaders is maybe a little extreme for my PC, but it'll be all right. So I've finished. Actually, I've finished my base. It is done, and I'm calling it finished. So I'm gonna do a shader tour where we go through. So let's start from the outdoors, I guess, where we where this is where it all began. This little hut. This horrible little little goblin hole. It really wasn't bad. And then we built our castle. I'm gonna do a couple outdoors fly arounds. Wow. It looks so good with shaders. It's not all quite loaded, because I haven't even like flown around the base yet since I reloaded the world. So let's do that, and then get a couple action shots. Stuff like, oh, hang on, this roof isn't fully loaded. That should load it. Perfect. So we've got, of course, our beautiful rays coming through here. Wow. There are, of course, sections of the base too. Like looking at it with all these things going on, it does get quite choppy. There are a lot of machines actively operating. I really like this this forest here. Let's go into this mode to kind of get this walk through this. This is so cute. This is so pretty. I really love what this garden came out as. Go back to spectator mode. Let's go into the main hall for a kind of experience in that. So you walk in. This is our kind of like main gate. I moved the nether portal over to this side here, and then added a very simple nether wart farm and a couple windows into the backs of this. So you see the machinery moving. And you come into the main hall. I've removed torches in basically all of the areas you're in all the time. The basement, an exception. I'm not going to honestly finish the basement. I am happy with the way the base is now. Here's our Vine character here in all of his shaded glory. Yeah, no, I'm done, and it looks incredible. Like here, let's get one of these. Like you've got the sunlight coming through the windows that way. You look up and you've got, wow, wow, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. This is what we do it for, lads and lasses. We worked our butts off for what is this is March. We're almost done March. We started playing in November. I'll go over statistics here pretty soon. But this is the big base completed. It is done. I really like this view. Wow. This is a cool spot right here with the shaders on and everything. This is neat. This is real neat. Go into the enchanting hall. The books don't respond to me because I'm in spectator mode, but if I go... Ah! Okay, hang on. If we go into creative, you get this cool kind of... The books turn to you as you're inside of it. Very neat. Very, very, very neat. Ugh. Got my dinner table here. We've got some uncooked meats, some cooked meats, you know, just whatever you might want to eat, really. Inside this cabinet, there's some diamond armor. Let's get a view from up here, actually, see what this might look like. Beautiful. A simple green belt there. Oh, man. And then this is the area I recently did. It's just kind of like an access point. I do need to be able to get up here from time to time, like up into this section. So this is an unfinished area, and it never will be because it's more of like a, you know, like a behind the scenes employees only section. My wheat farm is interesting. Oh, too dark for them to grow there, but they are planted. Good to know. Keep that in mind there as well. My wheat farm that I put up here is right in the middle of of my sorting system, so the items just fall down there. Hang on, I've still got some more base to get through. How do we get over to here? Yeah. So we go up here, and this brings us to this kind of back area where you've got view of the gardens, behind the scenes stuff for my bone meal manufacturing. Down here is my shulker box loader for my melons and pumpkins. We go down here, and that brings us to, you know, our access to our bulk storage sections. This is that like main hallway where our original beacon. There's our bee farm over here, brings you to the main hall, or you can go into here, and this is the bottom of the summoner pods, and the redstone sorting system here that gets us our cobblestone and stone villagers we trade with. I'm going to go up here through our redstone thing. If you go into this chest, it's all, of course, all my redstone stuff. Creeper farm down here, currently still operating, actually. Yeah, that's still operating. What else? Go back this way. Redstone there. Out here towards our honey and honeycomb farm. Lots of comb. I've got so much honey I've stopped bothering. And of course up here to the garden. Let's head down here and see the tree farm with the shaders on. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, wow. Look at all of those rays. Look at all the rays. And then what's the basement look like? Oh, that looks pretty neat. The water looks so dark. Wowee. Oh, the windows. It's just all windows and it looks so good. Wowee. This is so beautiful. Ooh, it's only half a year's work. Try not to gush yourself to death over it. Ooh, that sounded gross to say. Yeah, I guess I'll show off. Vibs, one of the other people who play on the server, would like me to show off his base as well. So I guess we'll hop over there and check that out too. But I'll show you the basement and kind of its status. I'm not too worried about getting it like completely finished or anything like that. Honestly, I wouldn't do a whole lot. Oh shit. What the hell happened here? Oh, I know what's happening there. So that means every item I put in here so far. Oh. I see. Okay, I can actually fix that relatively easily. Nope. Hang on. Hang on. Excuse me. I need just one trapdoor of any type. Any type except for iron, actually. Thank you. That'll do. Throw those away. if I put that there, and oh, come on, we can hop up that. We remove that. That should solve it. Yeah, crisis over. The reason that happened is because I used to have trapdoors here, right up against here, but I changed it out with walls, which have a slightly different hitbox. It's of course wider, but that's solved there. Beauty. Oh man, I better not put it in that way. Now that I think about it, that'll totally break it. Yeah, we'll move over to. Oh wait, there's a section I totally want to check out and I completely forgot about. This is one of the downsides of having a base that's so massive, is you forget about certain parts. So if we go over here, we head up here. There's two spots actually. I want to check out this. Oh wow. You know, let's do this in the mode. So this, you come in and you get that kind of really neat look. That's neat. And then we head. Oh right, I can't sprint. Optifine's breaking my sprint. There's this. I'm not here often. I need to have a kind of really good light coverage because mobs can spawn on the chorus flowers, which is dumb, but it is what it is. And then this spot I really wanted to get to with the shaders. Let's run this for just a second. Neat. And then this last spot here, my trading hall. Completely different vibe with shaders on. It's bright and white and light when you're in it. Without shaders, with shaders on, of course, is the typical experience with shaders. The shaders just kind of darken it so much. I think that does conclude my base now, though. I think we've been through pretty well everywhere. So we're gonna move over to Bib's base to show it off, and then maybe we'll even show off a couple things Hash has, and then we'll move the server onto snapshots until the full release comes out. Actually, let's check out the Nether. Looks really neat with shaders on. This is cool. Nothing too crazy, but wow. You probably haven't seen this a whole lot in videos, but this is my Nether highway that I built just to kind of like give us a sense of direction on. Oops, right. Spectators aren't generating chunks. There we go. Yeah. This was just so we had some idea of where we're going. I'm really excited to check that out too in just a moment. Okay, so this brings us to Bib's kind of industrial district first. Let's check out his little house. You come through the portal, you're in this very... I don't know how to describe it, but it feels very Minecrafty. With the glowstone and the oak wood and the stone bricks. There's something about it that's hitting me the right way. He's got his iron golem farm he built here, his trading halls. This looks really neat. Villager trading. I'm so excited for the new glass. Oh my gosh. Wow, this is a lot. Oh, right. Oh, you hear these witches, right. He had a lightning strike turn a bunch of his villagers into witches. Unfortunately, I would of course be horribly devastated. This is his villager infecting thing. He uses a lot of zombies as employees at this place. His pit, I'm not sure what he was going to do with it for maybe a sorting system. More trading stuff. Let's turn off those note blocks there. Get out of here. Wow, that's a lot of trading modules, actually. Jeez Louise, that's no wonder that's so laggy. Villagers AI is very, very, very laggy. There's so many things to cover here. Here's his tree farm. Here's his melon and pumpkin farm. I guess it's a bone meal farm. Now that I look at it. Carrots and potatoes. That's a pretty decent amount of production there for those. This is his concrete maker, his squid farm. I really like the area of this. Oh, I'm gonna check out my village too. More trading stuff. Jeez, you have so many trading spots, Bibs. Wowee. It's just all trading. I think that's mostly this spot already, other than I want to check out. That's his breeder, yeah. Villager breeder. Cool. And if we go over this way, he's got his like permanent residence. If I can find it. Is this just a village? Oh, that is so cool. That village nestled in that dark oak forest there. I think it's just over here. Uh-oh. I may be lost. I may be lost. I may have lost the plot. I might need a guide. Oh, shoot. Hang on. Okay, I found it. Thanks to Vib's help, of course. Here's his really neat, I'm not sure how to describe it, to be honest. Feels kind of wizard towery. Can I go creative mode and land so we can walk through it? Very expensive, a lot of quartz. This is Vib's tower, of course. It's pretty neat. I really like the aesthetic. My favorite section, I'll go through this, hang on, and I'll show you my favorite section of it. It's got these, of course, because of the size limitations, it's got those kind of like stairs. A lot of this, like, central tower is really just for show, but that doesn't, that's okay, because there's like nothing really that you can, like, it's so cramped because it's an aesthetic build that you can't jam very much into the actual towers. I know I'm gonna end up probably punching my way out here, right here, because there's not much to show in that respect. But yeah, very, very cool. I like this section here a lot with the like layered grass steps, but my favorite section is just over here. I really like the vibe of this part on the outside. It's like there's, you know, you've got this like main central structure, and that's where all the magic happens, so to speak. And then this outside little like mini town thing, maybe it's an inn or a stable or something, pops up on the outskirts of it and has to kind of like build around the existing main structure. And I like the feel of it. I really like the feel of it. And then he does have actual base stuff. We go into here. Here's like his actual like sorting systems and stuff like that. Very large, very, very large, very bulk storagey. He's good to store thousands of items. Does he have all of these are set up? All just fillers for now. Okay. But yeah, very, very bulk storagey. Wowee. It goes all the way around too. I didn't even notice that. Redstone, redstone, redstone. Yeah, jeez. So large. But yeah, that's Bibs, and I'm going to see if we can find what's going on with Hash's stuff and show off a couple of his things, and then we'll check out Spawn, and then move on to snapshots. Okay, and then here we are at Hash's base. He also has access to the server, and has played on it for a while. This is a very neat thing. I don't even know how to describe it. It feels very like very sci-fi in its build. And honestly, I don't think the shaders are doing a good job at showing what it looks like. I think the shaders make it worse, interestingly. So let's turn them off. Shaders internal only. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know my cat was in the room. Hi, Pepper. Hi. Yeah, no, I think it looks better without the shaders, honestly, for this base. Very, very large and industrial, though. He's got his farms kind of inside them. You could fit so much more in there, but, you know, everybody lost the motivation to keep playing because we are going to reset the world when the full update comes out. This is what, a concrete farm, I think. Neat. So nobody wants to spend too much more time on finishing their stuff, just because, you know, it's like, well, what's the point? And I totally understand that. I absolutely understand that. But I just really wanted to get my base out, finally finish one of my mega builds, and wow, Hash is such a good builder. He really is. He really, really is. And he was planning on he wanted to store every item in a sorting system, and he was digging out this huge spot for it. And then we were kind of like, actually the update's gonna require our world to update, so may as well not. And then the last thing to show, let's get our shaders back going. Video settings, shaders, extreme. Really crank down that performance, but it is what it is. Back to game. So this is he was gonna build a couple of these like spheres up here, but again, you know, things just kind of got in the way. But I really like the way, oh man, this looks nuts with shaders on. Oh, that sheen too, look at that. Hang on, let's get that. Let's see if I can recreate that. No? Oh, there it is. That looks so good. I really hope that the compression on YouTube doesn't ruin that too much. That was nice. Into that. And then the spawn portal. Let's check out spawn. This is a very neglected part of our world. We all kind of like started out here and then left it, but it still feels very early game, and it is very early game. The spawn area is just for new players to start out. That is its function. It has some amenities, but yeah, it's not a whole lot here. I think that's our mine access down there. This guy sells stuff. This guy sells efficiency and feather falling, which at any price early on, efficiency 5 and feather falling 4 is going to be great. As long as you've got stuff to produce emeralds, and we do. This guy sells mending. We've got farms over here that everyone can use. There used to be a much larger beacon tower, but I've been whittling away with it. Really access to any starting resource you need just to get going, except for iron. The iron farm never got built. That's as far as we got on that respect. It's missing a villager too, interestingly. Also, some cows obviously have escaped. Whatever happened there, I guess. But yeah, that's the world. There's a couple other things that I'm gonna just not bother with, because, well, you know what? No, I really do want to show the perimeter. I want to show the gold farm. Let's go do that. All right, so here's the gold farm that Hash built. Really, really nice. Oh, there's glass there. Neat. A little captive. Yeah, the inside is, I think, less impressive, although still quite impressive. Let's hop in there. I think this is still our best entry point. It's got these neat little arches. Let's go into spectator mode, and then you get into like the meat of its mechanics. And yes, it works. And then if we just head down this way really quickly, we'll head to our perimeter. We made a perimeter that we were going to do some stuff with in design for the roof, as well as the floor of it and the walls, but like so many other things, because of the cave update being announced as it was, we had to go, all right, our priorities have to shift an awful lot, unfortunately. Pepper, are you eating my canned air? A weird cat. The perimeter, honestly, in with shaders on, it's not anywhere near as impressive. This is kind of the progress on the ceiling that we got through. Nothing on the floor at all. Yeah, it's definitely a lot less impressive in with shaders than other things are. This really just feels quite simple. But this was our Wither Skeleton Nether Fortress farm that we cleared out the entire area around it for. It took a very long time, and honestly, resource-wise, was absolutely worth it. And then I'm trying to think, I'll probably want to show my Guardian farm too, because that might look neat. Here's hoping anyway. Pepper, I promise I will help you in a second. I promise. Yeah. She always has this look on her face, which is just so empty. Like she's never having thoughts. And then, is it this one? It's this one. Cool. Ooh, pretty clouds. Alright, and then it's over here. Oh, look at the water! Oh, that looks neat. The shaders do a lot for this look. Wow. No mobs are going to spawn because I am in spectator mode, but then we go into this, and the Guardian Flood begins. And this is another thing that I had like a lot of really cool ideas for the design that unfortunately has to get abandoned because of the update. But the functionality still exists. It'll be easier to make Guardian farms that are more efficient than this one in the upcoming update, which I'm very excited for. Oh, and Vibs mentioned my my flower farm as well. Let's go do that. There's really nothing to see there but a flood of Guardian, but this looks pretty neat. I'm pleased with how that came out for sure. And then yeah, our last thing is our flower farm. That honestly, very impressed with the design that came out with that. It works really, really well. So we go up to here, and then we go this way. Ooh. This is again same thing. We had so many plans, but the update coming along really just kind of bricked it. But the flower forest in with shaders is always so pretty. But yeah, here's our farm. I'll run it real quick for you, just once or twice. So what happens is the floor shifts back and forth, breaking the stuff. Eventually the water in the back gets released, flooding a huge amount of items into the system here, where we get a variety of flowers. And once it goes back, the water will come out. And now I think truly that this is the entire world shown. And then we'll go through statistics once this moves. Just another second. There it is. The water comes out, floods all the items down. Huge amount of items enter the system. Let's turn that off. Yeah. Let's turn that off. The bone meal feeding part was probably the most complicated because you have to move the bone meal so quickly so that it doesn't kind of like fall behind its needs. So the hopper or dropper chain was really, really essential. And now let's hop into statistics. So, the first thing I've noticed, damage dealt, I've done 117,000 damage. I've resisted 16,000 but taken 32,000. I've climbed 20 kilometers, which is 20,000 blocks. I've walked almost 1,000 kilometers, which is almost 1,000,000 blocks. Oh my god. Hang on. I have to let my cat out. She's gonna have a pepper. Yeah. Adorable. She's really cute. Yeah, so 1 block is 1 is 1 meter. 1,000 blocks is a kilometer. 1,000 kilometers is 1,000,000 blocks. So I've almost walked 1,000,000 blocks. I've flown almost 4,000,000 blocks. That's really interesting. It's a big number, 4,000,000 blocks traveled via flight. I've snuck for almost 24 hours. That means, hang on. That means I've just done this for almost 24 hours in the last like 6 months. Games quit 473. Wow, that's higher than I thought it was going to be. But I guess sometimes I go in and out a bunch for referencing things. I've jumped 263,000 times. I've slept 1,000 times. Oh my god. I've traded 61,000 times. Wow. And then items, let's see, mined. I've broken 158,000 stone. I've, what is it? Used up 400,000 times. I've used another pickaxe on something. 87,000 placed stone bricks. 76,000 crafted. I've picked up 25,000, which means I've broke and re-picked up that many from somewhere else. 72,000 netherrack picked up. It's okay. So yeah, most mined, of course. Oh my god, 139,000 netherrack. That was the perimeter, of course. Most things broken. Iron pickaxes. Once you get mending, you don't really break stuff past that. I've crafted. The thing I've crafted the most is glass. That can't be right unless it counts me trading for glass as crafting it, in which case that's definitely correct. Yeah, no, I've traded for 39,000 emeralds. That seems right. Okay, so sounds like the statistics count trading as crafting. That's something to consider. I have picked up stone the most, 113,000 times, and I've dropped the most. I've dropped 40,000 bamboo. What am I doing with that much bamboo in my hands? What? I've dropped 31,000 and picked up 40. That is a ridiculous number. What is going on there? And we move on to mobs. I've killed 7 bats. I've killed 359 blazes. I've killed 3 cats? When did I kill cats? 13 cave spiders, some chickens, some cods, some cows, some creepers. That does, of course, not count the massive amount of creepers I've killed in my auto farm. 186 drowned. That's for, I think, 3 tridents, maybe 4. I credited 2 kills of ender dragons. He killed me once. We don't talk about that. 1,500 endermen, 283 ghasts, 24,000 guardian. That's from barely using the guardian farm at all, too. It's really crazy. The shulkers, 719 skeletons, slimes. Let's see, I'm looking for wither, 5 withers, 642 wither skeletons, 692 zombies. There you go, 1168 zombified pigmen. Yeah. And then for advancements, I don't really have a lot done, actually, if I admit. Like, I didn't go through the advancements very much. Like, I've never deflected. I've never even crafted a shield in this world. I don't care for them very much. I don't think. Yeah, I've never fished. I didn't tame. Oh, I'm a 9 out of 11. Great number. Awesome. Breed all the animals. Not even close. The end. What happened to the dragon egg? Why do I not have hold the dragon egg? I think something happened to a dragon egg, but I don't remember what happened. Levitate up to 50 blocks from the attacks of a shulker. Nah, not who's gonna bother with that. And then of course there's like throw a trident at something. Apparently I've never thrown my tridents. Strike a villager with lightning. I've never even made a channeling trident. Kill a skeleton from at least 300 meters away. Who cares? You know, all this stuff is like maybe you get to it eventually. Have every potion effect applied at the same time. Ride a strider with warp fungus on a stick. That's always neat. I should try that sometime. I've never done that either. I've done this before, but not in this world, obviously. Yeah, that's it. I don't think there's anything else to go over on this. The world is finished. We are done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the world over onto a snapshot version, whatever is out currently, and we're going to use this world as a kind of like preparation tool, so we figure out what we're going to do when the update comes out and have to start a fresh world, and that way we're not going in completely dry and clueless and struggling, because right now I know the early game is going to be a lot longer in the new update. I know it. So I definitely want some time to play around and figure out what to do on that. So that's what we're going to do. The world is this is it. It is now time. It doesn't feel real. Oh my gosh, it doesn't feel real.